channel. I'm Christy, and today we are talking about Trader Joe's. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. And by we all, I mean me, because no one asked for this. I just love Trader Joe's, and I love talking about my favorites at Trader Joe's. And I will show you what I usually get. With everything going on right now, I try not to go to the store very often, so we do take advantage of Instacart and order a lot of produce from other stores, as I find the produce at Trader Joe's is not the best usually. So a lot of the time we'll get produce at other stores and get our frozen favorites, snack favorites, things like that at Trader Joe's. So we're gonna start with the frozen section first. One, because I have to put it back in the fridge immediately, and two, because I think that is the most fun section at Trader Joe's. There is a million options in their frozen section, and I definitely do have my favorites, things that I get every single time I go there, and then some other fun ones that I kind of space out because I will eat them and just absolutely turn into a giant ice cream cone, which I'll get into later. My favorite number one thing that I get at Trader Joe's that's in their frozen food section, Kung Pao Tempura Cauliflower. Yum. So basically this is just cauliflower that is lightly battered, and then it has a Kung Pao sauce you put on it. This is hands down the best thing I've ever eaten. I'm obsessed with this. We have this at least once a week, and whenever I go to the store, I usually get 2 or 3 bags of it. It goes really well with, any side really, but I usually make brown rice, which I will also show what I get at Trader Joe's for that. This is just so freaking good, so flavorful. The cauliflower gets nice and crispy. This is probably my favorite thing that we get at Trader Joe's. It is so freaking good, so if you haven't tried it yet, please do. So good. This is very simple, but this is a staple, which is frozen pre-cooked shrimp. This we use in poke bowls mostly, sometimes in pasta, but usually I make kind of a little poke bowl action and I use shrimp in that, so we always have this from Trader Joe's. A Trader Joe's classic that I have completely bought into and I am obsessed with is the kale and cauliflower gnocchi. I have been riding the cauliflower gnocchi train for a long time now. Basically, we moved to this neighborhood and Trader Joe's is our closest grocery store to where we live now. So it is literally like a 30-second walk and a 5-second drive. So we do a lot of our shopping at Trader Joe's. And so I have jumped on this train majorly. I actually think I like the kale ones better than the cauliflower ones. I feel like the kale gnocchi keeps its shape a little bit better. But I will say, as I've shared on my Instagram before, you cannot cook these according to the directions on the back. At least on the cauliflower bag, they say to add water to the pan while you're cooking it, which I did that the first time I ever made this and they came out very mushy. You just have to throw a tiny bit of oil or butter into the pan, get it to a high heat, let these fry up and cook in it, and it takes quite a bit of time, but it's delicious. We just do like a tomato sauce with it, so love these. Another favorite from Trader Joe's is their Mandarin orange chicken. Again, serve this with rice and a salad. It's super good, super easy, especially if you're craving some sort of Chinese food. I feel like this does the trick for me, and it's healthier than getting takeout. Something that I buy in bulk from Trader Joe's in their frozen section is their brown rice. So I feel like if you do a price comparison to other stores that have frozen rice, I don't know that this is the cheapest option, but this is so convenient. It only takes 3 minutes to cook a bag of this, and a bag is good enough for Barsh and I to split. So there are 3 bags in here, which means we get 6 servings, and I think it's like $2, maybe $3. So it's just brown rice. I also like it because Trader Joe's frozen food can have a lot of added salt. This has no salt added. I don't know, I buy like 3 boxes of this at a time. So this is, again, something we get every time we go to the store. Last thing I bought from the frozen section today, a staple in the Sriracha household, which is almond and chocolate croissants. So these are in the frozen section. All you do is let them thaw overnight or for 6 to 7 hours, and you have amazing almond and chocolate croissants to pop in the oven. These, I just love watching the transformation of these. You let them sit overnight and they thaw out and rise. You wake up in the morning and they look so delicious, and you pop them in the oven and you have a delicious croissant. So definitely recommend the chocolate and the almond. Chocolate's my favorite, almond is Barish's favorite. They're both very, very good. So those are the things that I got from today's shopping trip from the frozen section. There are other things that I get from the frozen section that I don't get every time I go shopping. mostly because the other things are not super healthy. One thing that I do get that is healthy is we get a lot of frozen vegetables or frozen vegetable mixes there They have a wide variety of different kinds of frozen vegetables, so we definitely take advantage of that. We didn't eat any of that today, so I didn't buy any of it. As far as appetizers, I feel like Trader Joe's has the best frozen appetizers. We've gotten their little mini pizzas before. We've also gotten the mac and cheese balls, which are phenomenal. They also have really good ice cream. So we get their mochi a lot. We usually get the green tea mochi. We've gotten like I think it's chocolate peanut butter. We've gotten that one before too. They're both super good. I love the green tea one. And probably one of my other favorites from the frozen section is their mini cones. I can't even have those in the house. Even though like a serving of those is I think 3 of the mini cones, I could crush that entire box in 5 seconds flat. They are so good. They have them in vanilla and chocolate. The chocolate ones are so good. So I don't buy those every time because I cannot resist them. So if you do go to Trader Joe's and want to buy a couple like goodies, little dessert type things, definitely recommend the mochi and the mini cones. So the next category we're going to cover is produce. Now, as I stated earlier, I feel like Trader Joe's does not have the best produce, and I generally stay away from buying our produce there, but I did pick up a couple things yesterday. I picked up some asparagus, which we are going to grill. We picked up some lemons for juicing. I picked up a crap ton of jalapenos, which I have already pickled. Pickled jalapenos are my new favorite food, and I cannot stop eating them, so I made a jar to take to my family this weekend for our 4th of July cookout. I made a jar to give to Barish's brother, and I just basically am obsessed with them and need everybody else to get on that level and eat them on every single food that they eat. Something new that I've never tried at Trader Joe's is a Tuscan melon. On all of the lists of people's favorite things to buy at Trader Joe's, everyone mentions this melon, which I think is just a sweeter version of a cantaloupe. So once it's ripe, I guess when these green lines become more cream colored, that's when it's ripe. When it's ripe, we're gonna cut it open and we'll see how I feel about it. Generally, I like cantaloupe, but I don't know, a sweeter cantaloupe sounds even better. I also picked up eggplants and raspberries, and let me tell you, the raspberries are already not doing well. Just a couple hours after getting home from the store, I went to wash the raspberries and they were already getting really mushy and soft, so that was disappointing. I don't think this falls under produce, but it is a refrigerated item. So I got super firm tofu, which I have never cooked tofu before, but I am going to be cooking it tomorrow. So I actually think I'm going to make a video of me making my first all vegan meal. So that's what this is for. So stay on the lookout for that. I got 2 blocks of this yesterday. Let's move on to the alcohol/beverage portion of this video. What I got yesterday was the Trader Joe's limoncello, as well as a bottle of Prosecco. This is literally like $5 or $6. And I also picked up some of their sparkling coconut water with yuzu. So basically I got this cocktail recipe from Heather McMahon. As you all know, I love Heather, she's freaking hilarious. But she made a cocktail on her Instagram story where she used Prosecco, limoncello, and this little coconut water yuzu guy. I made them once before, and they were truly one of the best cocktails I've ever had. I felt like I was at the beach. I was living my best life, even though I was sitting here in my living room during quarantine. And I decided to pick up these ingredients again so that I could make them at home again. So good. Other things at Trader Joe's that I recommend getting as far as alcohol or beverages, I really like their sparkling watermelon juice. That is very good as a cocktail mixer. In general, Trader Joe's wine selection is amazing and the quality is so good for the price point. One of our favorite red wines we get there, actually I'll show you the bottle, 1 moment please. These are 2 of my favorite red wines that we get at Trader Joe's. This bad boy is like $3 for the bottle, and this is one of my favorite reds. It's so good. The Grifone Sangiovis, I'm not gonna say it, no clue how to say it. And I originally picked this one up because the bottle is so stinking cute. It's called Kings of Prohibition. And it's another red that I really, really like from Trader Joe's. And I think the price for this one's like $8. So I definitely recommend getting wine at Trader Joe's, as well as their tequila is really, really good. Trader Joe's has a ton of really unique drink options, so I definitely recommend checking them out. So the last category that I'm gonna go over is, I don't even know how to describe it because it's kind of a bunch of different things, but I am gonna show you some snacks that I bought. Now Trader Joe's has phenomenal snacks. And it's a section that I am constantly tempted by, but one, I'm not a huge snacker, so if I get snacks, they kind of sit on the shelf for extended periods of time, or it's a snack that's so good that I crush it immediately. So I try not to get too many snacks. What I picked up this time were four of their seaweed packets. I do feel like if you like seaweed, these really satisfy a salt craving. So I got 4 of these. I also got these to try, which I've never actually had these before, but it's called These Peanuts Go on a Date Bar. It just has 5 ingredients: dates, peanut butter, peanuts, flaxseed meal, and sea salt. So we'll see how I like them. I don't know, I'm always down for like a healthy granola bar type thing. Other things that I did not get this time, but have gotten in the past. I always have whole grain brown rice cakes. These are a need. Trader Joe's also has some really good cereals. This one is one of my personal favorites. The Organic Honey Crunch and Oat cereal. This one is super good. I don't have cereal all that often, but sometimes I do get a craving for it, so I like to have a box of one around. Snack that I did cave on and get the previous time I went to Trader Joe's is this Grand Slam mix. It looks very tasty. It's a mixture of salty and sweet, which I love. It is caramel coated popcorn and peanuts, almonds, cashews, and pecans. Damn, that sounds really good. A couple other things that I really like at Trader Joe's snack-wise, I really love their elote corn chips. They are the best thing I've ever had in my entire life. So if you are fully prepared to eat an entire bag of chips in one sitting, get the elote corn chips. They're freaking phenomenal. They're like if you had Fritos, like the Fritos scoops with an elote seasoning on them. They're truly the best thing that that store has, pretty sure. But they're addicting. Literally, I'm like, the whole time I have a bag. So I try not to get those every time because I have no willpower. Another staple that I get at Trader Joe's that I didn't get this time because I already have enough bread is their gluten-free bread. My sister introduced me to this bread, and let me tell you, I don't even care about it really being gluten-free. Like for my diet, it doesn't really matter. But the texture of this bread is life-changing. It is chewy but crispy when you toast it. It is just like the best thing ever. Truly, I recommend that bread. Probably the last like snacky type thing that I love at Trader Joe's is their molasses cookies, which is another thing that I can't get enough of, so did not get those this time either. So I think that that's all for my Trader Joe's food haul. I have shared some things that I got on this shopping trip as well as a lot of my other favorites from Trader Joe's. I would love to know what you guys like to get at the old TJ's. Leave a comment below, tell me your favorite Trader Joe's items. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, it really does help me out, and I will see you guys next time.